if the government of Canada is going to say that the Proud Boys is a terrorist organization, then the Canadian government is a state sponsor of terrorism. No, no, listen to me, guys. Justin, the tacky-headed, tar-faced, swift-foot MacDaddy Trudeau, and Bill, the butcher of Toronto, Blair, are now saying that the Proud Boys are terrorists because there were some people who call themselves Proud Boys who helped to break into the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. Okay. Antifa has been involved in countless riots, threatening politicians. They tried to beat the hell out of Rand Paul. BLM burning down entire swaths of cities, threatening politicians, attacking people in the street. The government of Canada not only tolerates them, but marches with them. Just attacking Matt Daddy Trudeau during a so-called pandemic, marched with Black Lives Matter. And his wife had the China virus. The government of Canada gave $10 million to Omar Khadr, who killed 2 American soldiers. So, Canada, which is calling the Proud Boys, which have never flown a plane into any building, which has never shot anyone, never blown anybody up, never detonated a car bomb or anything. You're just saying, oh, a bunch of people broke into the and you're using this now to call them terrorists because they don't have the same ideology as the Canadian government, but BLM and Antifa do. But they're using this one little incident where no politicians were killed. Many people on the Trump side and the so-called Proud Boy side were killed. We're using this incident to say, oh, they're terrorists, they should be dealt with. No, Canadian government's a state sponsor of terrorism. They marched with BLM when they destroyed. BLM has destroyed, torn to pieces many parts of great American cities, beaten the hell out of people, threatened to kill police officers, do all kinds of mayhem, destruction that BLM has caused. Antifa, the same thing, attacking Canadians in Canada. Kevin J. Johnson is one of them. The Proud Boys, I mean, first of all, I don't even believe that there were Proud Boys people who entered the Capitol on January 6th, because I don't even believe the full story. I believe that was an event which was staged by the left. I mean, John Sullivan or Jaden X admitted to dressing up like a Trump supporter and encouraging other Trump supporters to break into the Capitol, claiming that Trump told them to do it. So I think that legitimate Trump supporters and Proud Boys people were hoodwinked into going into the Capitol by people like Jaden X and others like him. But even if it was true that some Proud Boys, they got angry and they started going into the Capitol, listen, that is still a minuscule event compared to what BLM did and Antifa did. And remember when CNN said that CNN was on the news with fires burning, the buildings, department stores burning. The place looked worse than 9/11, frankly. BLM has probably caused more damage than Bin Laden caused on September 11th in New York City. I'm telling you, that's probably not too far from the truth, you know. But Justin attacking MacDaddy Trudeau with his tar-faced self, the head of the government of Canada, march with them. So Canada's a state sponsor of terrorism. Never mind the fact that Canada gave $10 million to Omar Khadr, a man who killed 2 American soldiers and admitted it, and now he's rich. So, based on the fact that Canada is saying that if you engage in acts of rioting and, you know, you break into Capitol buildings and all that, based on their definition of terrorism, Canada is a state sponsor of terrorism. It is. It is. And I think not only is Canada a state sponsor of terrorism because they gave $10 million to Omar Khadr, they march with BLM, they support Antifa. I think Canada is probably a threat to the United States. I think so. The fact that Canada gave $10 million to a man like Omar Khadr, that I think is an invadable offense. I do. So, but that's not the point of this video. The point is that Canada is saying that Proud Boys are terrorists because some Proud Boys entered the U.S. Capitol. I mean, Black Lives Matter has caused more damage to U.S. cities than what was caused at the World Trade Center. I'm telling you, I've seen entire neighborhoods burnt to the ground, destroyed by Black Lives Matter, destroyed. I mean, if that's not terrorism, I don't know what is. I've seen innocent individuals being lynched by Black Lives Matter. I've seen Antifa lynch people. I mean, threaten people. They threaten me. I ain't afraid of them. Let them come over here. I got something for them. I've got something for them. I ain't afraid. I'm not afraid of them. And I'm not afraid of the government of Canada either. But they've threatened me. So government of Canada, based on its definition of terrorism, is a state sponsor of terrorism. The government of Canada is a terroristic organization. And I'm going to do everything I can to peacefully resist the government of Canada. The government of Canada is a terrorist organization in my eyes. I no longer even look at them as people I have disagreements with. I view the government of Canada as a terroristic organization. I don't know. I think the CIA, Pentagon, Department of Defense, Donald Rumsfeld, Dick Cheney, all those people should come down. Okay, look, I'm a non-interventionist. I don't believe in these type of global wars and stuff. But look, I mean, Iraq was invaded for far less. I don't recall Iraq ever giving $10 million to Osama bin Laden or anybody who killed American soldiers. I could be wrong, but I don't recall it. America invaded Iraq because they had they allegedly had weapons of mass destruction that they ended up not having. Can you imagine if Saddam gave $10 million to somebody who was a member of ISIS? I mean, Iraq was invaded for far less. I think that this madness needs to be corrected. What Canada is doing is declaring war on a large group of its own people. That's what Canada's doing. It's using what happened on the 6th of January as an excuse to shut down dissenting opposition. That's what they're doing. If Black Lives Matter or Antifa were people on the right, they would have been deemed a terrorist organization a long time ago. Mark my words. Every BLM person, Antifa person would be sitting in jail. They'd be hanging from rope. They'd be crucified on a cross. I mean, that's what would happen. They'd be waterboarded, sent to Guantanamo Bay. I don't know. Put in a concentration camp and gas like the Jews. That is what would happen to them. That's what Canada would do to them. But because Proud Boys their ideology is opposite of the government of Canada, the ruling people of the ruling class of the day of the government of Canada. They're using what happened on the 6th of January as a way to say, they're a terrorist organization. But Black Lives Matter has done far, far, far worse than what happened on the 6th of January. First of all, I don't even believe the story, the full story of the 6th of January. Secondly, yeah, a couple of people broke into the Capitol. Okay, yeah. What? Yeah. Honestly, I prefer, I can put up with that over my neighborhood, my business being burnt down, freeways being blocked, people being harassed on the street if they wear "Make America Great Again" shirts. So yeah, don't the terrorist organization. Listen, the government of Canada is a terrorist organization. I think all Canadians should find a way to pay as little tax as possible. You want to, I think, open up an account somewhere in Cayman or wherever. Do something, but government of Canada is at war with us, okay? They're at war with us. They've built concentration camps. People are in there right now. Hotels turned into concentration camps. You know, they're using police to assault little old ladies on Young Dundas Square. Canada's become a menace. The government has become a menace. And the patriots living within Canada should just form a resistance like the French resistance. That's it. It's on now. It's on now. Peaceful resistance. We're just not going to do what you say. You come lock us all up. I don't care. But I'm not. Canada, you have unknowingly described yourself as a state sponsor of terrorism. Forget Iran. Forget Iran. Iran is just defending itself. Canada is funding individuals and groups which mean harm to the United States of America. Forget Iran, America. Go after Canada, and I'll assist you too. I'll assist. Yeah, I'll assist. Not individual Canadian. Go after the government. I'll assist you. I would assist you. I would form a Canadian resistance. You know how Charles de Gaulle, when the Nazis invaded France and took over France, and he moved to England, he created the French resistance. I would do the same thing. I'd call it the Canadian resistance, headquartered in the United States. Maybe I'd even headquartered in Canada just to blow it in their face. And I'd help them. You want to go after the government of Canada, America? Go on ahead. Pentagon, Donald Rumsfeld, George Bush, Dick Cheney, all of you. You all want to go after them. I think Canada's more a threat to America than Iran. I think so. They gave, listen, what Canada did when they gave $10 million to Omar Khadr, they say, you kill American soldiers and they send you to Guantanamo Bay and they're a little rough and we'll give you money for it. They're a threat. Iran defends itself against American imperialism and Zionist and Saudi imperialism. That's all Iran has ever done. That's all Iran has ever done. Iran does have no intention of taking over America. Nothing. They defend themselves. They stand up to you. America, don't attack Iran. Attack Canada. Go after them, and I'll assist you to go after Justin Tacky and Matt that ain't true. Go after him. If you gotta go send the SEAL Team 6 into 24 Sussex Drive, take him like you did Bin Laden, throw his body in the ocean, do it. Do what you listen. There is a threat on your own doorstep. And they're at war, not only with the US, they're at war with us. Become a totalitarian dictator. They need to be stopped. This is the